IP addresses are not same. That means he is using some mechanism. The machine is same, but from same machine he can use different type of the different IP addresses. Why? Because IP address is the virtual address. He can generate many IPs to generate the clicks, and for those IPs you have been defined a threshold. That means if the click increase generation gaps for those IPs are very less, that means 1 millisecond, then you are going to mark as fraud. Similarly, here in the next for loop, what we have been done, we are trying to identify the botnet attack. Botnet attack, for that we have been taken chunk size of 80. That means if 80 rows are generated, from 80 entries are generated within 5 seconds, that means very short period of time, then we are saying fraud. Otherwise we are if threshold yearly fingerprints are not same but threshold is very less, we are saying fraud. In this way we are labeling fraud and not fraud. After applying, we have been generated fraud, not fraud, fraud, not fraud entries. And when this becomes labeled, in the labeled data, we can apply the machine learning algorithm, decision tree, random forest, KNN, support vector machine, logistic
Yes, sir.
regression. Hello?
Yes, sir. I have one query from the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yes, please go to the algorithm part.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Why you had used the threshold equal to 1? It means why you had defined the threshold value 1. If we change the threshold value, if we increase 2, 3 or 0.5, so the performance of the algorithm will change or not. And what are the reason behind it? Only the threshold value equal to 1. Can we change
Yes,
this value? Or
it
can we
depends.
use the dynamic threshold?
Listen. This is not a 100% solution. This is a proof of concept. In this way, we can design our algorithm. I know if you are going to change the threshold value, output is going to be changed. But this is a proof of concept. This is a logic by which we can design that means add click fraud detection algorithm directly by using the logic. So this is only a concept, not actual. We can change.
Okay, sir.
And here when you have been applied machine learning algorithm, these was the accuracies which have been plotted over here. After this, these are the references which you can use. And these are some of my paper for the network intrusion detection. And these are the some conferences which may help you for further research. And why I have been taught you today this add click environment, because you can see a number of attacks are generating in the business. That means in online environment. If you are proposing yourself in this direction, you may also make a very good career in this direction. That's why this concept has been dictated, that means represented over here. And my next thing, what we have been done yesterday, what we have been, yesterday we have been used one benchmarks data set, NSL TDD, where approx 41 attributes was there and one attributes was the label. And for that we have been performed the binary classification and multi classification. Here binary classification and multi classification has been performed. Perhaps I have also been shared this file in the folder today morning. Did you got or not? Hello? Did you receive the shared folder link?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
In
sir.
that, Yeah, in that shared folder, this code is available. If you have been installed the Anaconda environment, then you may also run the code over there. Today, I am going to discuss the feature selection algorithm. After that, one step was there. One step in the proposed approach. In the proposed approach, the step was the data pre-processing. Before discussing this data pre-processing, I'm going to discuss the feature selection algorithm for the binary classification as well as multi classification. Here, when you are using the feature selection algorithm, then how you can perform the things over there. And when you are able to perform the data pre-processing, then you are going to complete up to 70% of the task to design a model. So this is data pre-processing is very important task. If time will be there, sure I will discuss the data pre-processing, and one assignment is there with me so that you may also perform the data pre-processing and apply the feature selection to design a model. Here, multi-classification. Multi-classification or binary classification with feature selection. Let us discuss this one. Here, yesterday I have been discussed this thing. The libraries which I have been imported to perform this one. Let us run. This is already discussed yesterday evening. This is okay. This is also okay for combining the different CSV file into one. This is also okay. Is it required to be discussed again what I am executing over here? Hello?
I think no, sir. It is already discussed by you.
Okay, thank you. Only the step of the feature selection. Here, for the feature selection, here I have been used the random forest classifier as an, that means yesterday we have been discussed two methods was there. One was the filter technique. Second was the wrapper. Filter and wrapper. In wrapper, we are using the machine learning algorithm to check the number of feature as in the output. So here, one random forest machine learning algorithm has been used in the form of to find out the estimator. Who will be the estimator? Here, estimator has been taken in CLF. Then CLF means classifier. As the classifier is the random forest classifier. Number of feature to be selected, that means in the output, any number of inputs you are going to supply. For that number of input, only you want 13 attributes as an output. Here we are supplying the independent set, and this is the dependent in case of binary. When you are going to supply, then here you are getting the attributes in this, and what are those attributes? For writing those attributes, this code has been written over here. We have been selected protocol type, service bytes, count, service count, S error rate, same SRV, this type of the attribute. From 41 attribute, only 13 attributes has been taken. For those 13 attributes, if you want to see what are these 13 attributes, values for the 13 attributes. Here you are supplying X. Here you, in each row, you are getting the values for the 13, that means X.
Sir, you are not audible.
Yeah. One. Here, feature selection to get the 13 out attribute, we are supplying our features, how we have been applied the feature selection algorithm, and we are getting 13 column as an output. Here the thing is executing after, because we are selecting the attributes on the basis of this random forest. That's why this has been taken the time, because every time it is selecting the subset of 13, and in those 13 attributes, which subset is producing highest accuracy or the satisfactory accuracy. After that, we are we are getting the output for the 13 attributes. For 13 attributes, you are getting the 13 columns for each row. 13 column for each row. And after this, when you are to split this thing, instead of this, we will use here this one. And after this, when this is going to be broken into X train, X test, Y train, Y test. So this we are getting 4 output, then we can use the random forest classifier to find the accuracy. The accuracy is coming 99%. Here we are getting other parameter, precision, recall, F1 score. In this way, for 13 attribute, we are getting this output. Similarly, if we want to plot a confusion matrix for binary classification, is it clear? Hello? Is it clear? Hello? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for your input. In this way, we have been used the random forest classifier in the wrapper algorithm to find out fixed number of output for the given input. And one another algorithm has been used for the feature selection. over here. This is known as the correlation. In correlation, what data is there with our data in our independent variables? From each, we have been plotted one correlation for each attribute. That means duration with duration. Similarly, with duration, this one with duration, this one with, for that means each attribute with each other has been compared to find out the correlation. But in the graph, it is looking very tedious to find out which are correlated one and which are not correlated one. For that, we have been used other code. We have been used other code. Here, this is a function which is trying to find out the correlation for the given threshold. Threshold may be if we are getting the correlation between the two variables up to 70%, then that are considered, this is repeated. So for this has been run over here. You can see that 12 features are there which are correlated. That means they are doing the same type of the job which other feature is doing. And these 12 feature you can remove from your independent set. So this 12 feature has been removed. You can see that total 41 features was there. From 41, you are getting 29 features only with same number of rows, and 29 because you have been removed 12 features from there. Here, all the correlated features have been collected over here in correlated features. If you want to see what are there in correlated feature, then here you may type.
Sir,
This one-
here threshold value setting depends upon us, no, sir? Either I can
Yes,
set
yes,
it at
depend on
0.6.
us, depend on us. Suppose we are setting is 80% similarity. Then for 80%, no, this is coming 0. If we are setting 60%, 1 minute, I need to run it again from here. There must be some output. For 60% is it 12. Suppose again I am changing is up to 80%. For 80%, this is 8. If you are going to complete up to 90% similarity, then this is coming up to 7 attributes, and those attributes can be removed because they are doing same type of the job. They are same. That's why these attributes can be removed. When you are removing those attributes from the data set, here you can get the data set with reduced number of attribute because you have been removed 7. That's why 34 is available. With the 34, you want to perform the min max scalar so that all the inputs may belongs to between 0 1 for each attribute. For each attribute value belongs between 0 and 1. Here you have been splitted training and testing. After splitting, you may apply the random forest classifier or other classifier as per your need. Here you may generate the confusion matrix also. Here 0 indexing is coming. To remove the 0 indexing, I have been used this one so that actual number can be presented in the confusion matrix. Is it clear? Feature selection. There are a number of resources are there by available in the GitHub. You may collect the code from the GitHub for performing the practicals with other type of the feature selection algorithm. Feature selection algorithm you may when you will open you will get a number of resources are available filter method wrapper method you may choose one and try to implement in any type of the data set for designing the model. Okay, you can use in this way and you can design the model with applying the different feature selection algorithm. So why machine learning and deep learning using Python is popular? Because if you are working for any field, then you can get the resource material openly online. Your task is not going to be stopped. You can find out, analyze the things, and you use in your code accordingly. In this way, you can use that one. Here, these are the generated one for the multi classification. If you want to convert for binary classification, then you need to change the label data set for the binary classification. Here, you can change the X attack value for 1 and 2 only. Remaining 5 may be mapped with 2, 4 may be mapped with 2, 3 will be mapped with 2, so that 1 and 2 value will be there for this y. That means dependent, and it will be converted into binary set. Till here, any question? Till here, any question? Hello? Till here, any question? Any question till here?
No, sir.
Thank you. Now I am going to discuss the pre-processing part. Pre-processing part, that means this one. Pre-processing of the data set. For that means why this is very important. Suppose you are working in a different field and you want to make a prediction model. You know the machine learning algorithms are used for the prediction model. But how you will reach up to machine learning algorithm? To reach the machine learning algorithm, you should know some steps of the data pre-processing so that you can apply the machine learning model to machine learning algorithm to produce a model for that particular field. If you are going to use the data for a network, that's why this is known as network intrusion detection model. Suppose you are going to consider the data of different field, then you are creating the model for that field by using how you are. That means I told if you are able to perform data pre-processing, then 70% job of data, that means creation of the model, is going to be completed with this data pre-processing. For that, I have been taken one example. The example is that churn prediction. That means this is available in the net also. You can collect or you may see in the churn prediction. There are one CSV file. If you type this churn customer dot underscore churn dot CSV in Google, then you will definitely find out this file. And when you have been executed this one, then you by using df.sample5, you can see 5 rows from the file. In this CSV, what 5 rows are there? This is giving 5 samples. Samples, that means any random samples. If you are going to type here head, then it is going to show only first 5 rows. If you are typing here tail, this is going to show you last 5 rows from the data set. In this way, you have been loaded the data set. In the data set, customer ID is there, gender, senior citizen, partner, dependent. That means this is containing some of the columns. And this is the data set where a company wants to see, that is wants to analyze why the employees are not going to stay here in the company, why they are leaving. So this type of the analysis the company wants to make, and these are the different attributes. And churn yes or no in the form of that, the answer is there. That means label is there. The customer is leaving or customer is not leaving. So you want to analyze. For analyzing, you have been loaded the data into the data frame. After loading, you can see 21 features are there in the data set. And since customer ID let me restart this with kernel. Here, customer ID is not giving any relevant information for the churn prediction. That's why this customer ID has been dropped from in the loaded data set from DF. And the remaining columns types has been checked. Remaining columns types are shown here. Gender is which type? Object type. Is senior citizen is type of integer. In this way, you can see a number of column with their data type. And what is happening over here? Total charges. Total charges should be the numeric one, but it is coming in the form of object. That means it is coming in the form of string. So that's why I have been tried to convert into, that means this is string after seeing the value. So that means this has been executed and values has been seen. This is coming string format. Decimal values are, that numeric values are there, but in the form of string. How the string value can be converted into numerical? For that, there is a function in Panda. This is known as toNumeric. But when I try to execute, this is giving some error. What may be the reason why this is giving error? Why all the values of this column is not going to converted into numeric? For this, there may be some rows for this column which may belongs from null. So here this is the code where I am trying to identify which are rows which are belonging from null. Here these are the rows which are belonging from null. And if I want to see which are rows which are belonging from null, this is coming total, this is coming with the rows where total charges having no any value, that means null. Here we are looking the safe. There are in our data frame, there are 7,043 rows are there, 20 variables are there. If I find out what is the value at this location, here you can see at 448 there is null, that means no value is there. That's why this is showing this one. And after this, when you are removing these entries which you have been shown here, these entries you can see those entries has been removed. Total how many rows was there? Total 43 rows was there. 7043. Now how many rows are there? 7032 rows are there. After deleting those rows where for this you are getting the null. If we are removing these number of rows, then they are not going to affect in whole data set for our analysis purpose. Now we are seeing that the type of the available columns. After looking the type of available columns, we have been converted total charges into numeric. When total charges is converted into numeric, then you can see the numeric value of the total charges column. After this, you may also visualize each of the column as per your requirement by using the matplotlib library. That means tenure with the number of customer. That means one customer, how the tenure for the one customer. These numbers can be drawn in the x and y axis to for plotting individual type of the variables. You may use if where churn is equal to no, where churn is not equal to yes, these two variables, and these two columns can be drawn in the form of the graph. And when you are drawing this, you can visualize for 20, for 10, for the 40. In this way, you may get an analysis for which for churn is equal to yes, for churn is equal to no. So for churn is equal to no, where 70 tenure is 70, churn is equal to no is there. That means the customers are not leaving. But for these values, customers are living. In this way, you may analyze your data set. For you may consider another type of the very monthly charges. Also, you can analyze for monthly charges also. After analyzing, I want to see which are the each column, what value they are containing, because these are the object. That's why you can see in gender only two values are there, female and male. For the partner only two values there, yes or no. For the dependent, no and yes, only two values are there. You can see for each column what are the different values. Most of the columns are belonging from yes and no. And here you can see multiple lines. No phone service, no and yes. Is there any difference between no phone service and no? Is there any difference between no phone service and no?
Yes, there may difference.
No, there is no difference. This, if you are writing this no, then this is similar because this is the multiple lines. That means no, this is giving yes or no type of the answer. So multiple phone service, this is equivalent to no. Similarly, if you are getting this type of the thing with, for example, online security, yes or no, but no internet service. What does it mean? This is giving no. That means this is similar to no. For this, you can convert these values. You are replacing no internet service is equal to no. No for phone service is equal to no. After conversion, you may get the values for there where on the multiple lines yes or no in the form of yes or no, and for the another one no internet service, no internet service. For this you are going to put no. In this way only binary value you will get. When you will get all the values belongs from yes no, for that for you are going to take those columns yes no columns to convert into yes for one, no for 0. In these column, these are the column where yes and no type of entries are there. Yes is going to be converted into 1 and no is going to be converted into 0. That's why you can see yes has been converted into 1, no has been converted into 0. Now you can see most of the column are looking into numeric 1. Only some of the column where you are getting the string type of value, those need to be also converted into numeric. To convert those things into numeric, female has been converted into 1, male has been converted into 0. In this way you can see for the gender you are getting 1 and 0. Similarly, internet contact, for this you are going to convert because this is demise is the function which is used for the one hot encoding. What is one hot encoding? Let me explain. Suppose in a column X, you are getting one value is good, one value is better, one value is best. To convert into it one hot encoding. That means here you are getting a number of rows 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To convert that into one hot encoding, what you are doing?
Excuse me, sir. Echo we are getting.
Hello? Yeah.
Getting echo sound.
Okay. What is there? What is there? Suppose here you are getting the values, different values. In one hot encoding, you are generating the column for these. Suppose good for each value, better, best. In which row the good is available, for that you are going to put 1, remaining will be 0. Where better is available, for that you are going to put 1, remaining will be 0. For best, where this is available, you are going to put 1 and you are going to give 0. This process is known as one hot encoding. So this is a process by which you can convert your string categorical type of the attributes into numeric 1. That means one column is equivalent to 3 columns. Now your one column is going to be converted into 3 columns. From that code, you have been considered 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. For this internet service, you having 3 value, 1, 2, 3. That's why for this you are going to generate 3 columns. Similarly, for the contact, you having how many value? For the contract, you are getting 1 value, 2 value, 3 value. That's why 3 column will be generated instead of this. Similarly, for the payment method, payment method 1, 2,
Sir, excuse me.
hello. From your side, sound is coming.
No, sir. Actually, your voice is double. We are getting.
Now is it clear?
No, sir. Double voice. we are getting.
Hello.
It's getting echoed.
Hello.
Madam?
Hello. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, your voice is clear.
Okay.
Sir, it is clear.
Suppose 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. for this one column, two column, three column, for this one column, two column, three column, you are going to put 9 columns and you are going to remove 3 columns. In this way, 9 columns has been added and 3 columns have been removed, and you can see number of columns earlier was 20. Now how many number of column when you are merging 9 column after removing 3 columns, those number of columns are available over here. After this, you may see all columns values are now in a numeric, and you may check the data type for each column. The data type for each column is now numeric one. When you have been converted those thing into numeric one, now you can again check the values available for each column. Values available for each column after applying the min max scalar. I told min max scalar is the pre-processing. This is applied for each column by which you can get the value in each column between 0 to 1 for easier computing. And after this, you can see the values all are numeric. Here you are going to take dependent set, and this is dependent and this is independent set. Both dependent and independent set are going to be divided into training and testing. For testing size, we have been given a 20% of data is considered for the testing purpose. 80% data is considered for the training purpose. In this way, you can see the size of the training data set. In the training, you can see 26 variables are there independent, because in starting 20 variable was there. You have been removed 3 variables, 17 remains, and you have been added 9 variables. That's why this is 26. Here, shape you can see for the training, for the testing, you can see the shape for the training. This is the dependent set. This is the then this number of the rows and this number of the variables for the training. Similarly, for the testing, this number of rows and this number of rows. This number of variables. And after this, you can see, and you may apply the decision tree classifier. And when you will apply the decision tree classifier, here only binary classifier is because 2 values for the dependent label is there. That's why this is the binary classifier. After this, you can print the confusion matrix values, accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and the accuracy. Similarly, you can perform this task for the support vector machine, and you can apply the other machine learning algorithm. If you want to study about any type of the machine learning algorithm, suppose decision tree, how decision tree is working, then here you may type and you may get the material regarding that. And I will also give some of the material from where you can study the machine learning concepts. Till here, is it clear or not how you can pre-process your data set so that each of the column can be converted into numeric one? Once they have been converted into numeric, you can apply the machine learning or deep learning technique to prepare a model. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you got a model, and if you are using that model to find out the fact that the particular packet, if you are using the data set regarding the networking environment, if you are finding that this packet is belonging to this particular type of the attack, that means you labeled that one. For that, you have been predicted this is the attack. You know a number of attributes are there. A number of attributes, when you have been collected those values from switches or router or network flow by using the tools. Those extracted column may be further analyzed to find out the answer of some questions like from where the packet has been generated, what is the IP address of that machine when the packet has been generated, what is the other behavior, what is the time to live, which router it has been visited. Then this many attributes can give the information of your many questions. On the basis of that, you may prepare crime scene reconstruction in your report so that you may put that report into the court to get some of compensation for the victim. In this way, you can use this tool, that means the tool of machine learning, in your analysis also to find some fact, and this fact can further be utilized to prepare the report. Till here, this is clear? Any question? From my side, this is over. And I having one data set. This one, all data CSV for a networking environment. Where column names are this and values are, you can see these are the values. Where some values belongs to the object and most of them are belonging to the numeric. How you are going to convert these things to get that means this is a normal, or normal, that means from this data set you want to prepare a network intrusion detection model, normal or any type of other attack. How these can be converted into numeric, and how you can apply this, you can use to prepare the model as an assignment. So I will share this file also so that you may apply what I told, the data pre-processing, feature selection to prepare a model. Any question till now? If is there, you can ask. Any question from your side? Participant?
Sir,
Link has
good
been
afternoon,
sent.
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the beginning, in the slide, you were telling advertising service provider, no, sir?
Your
Can
voice
you,
is breaking.
hello? Hello?
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
in the beginning, you were telling advertiser and advertising service provider, no? So, what is the difference
Advertiser,
between, sir,
advertiser is contacting to the solution provider. Service provider, cloud service provider is the environment where the logs for each activity is going to be recorded, and I have been considered what attribute I have been taken for each click. That click values are going to be recorded into the cloud service provider side automatically. This is our assumption.
okay, sir. Sir, in that advertiser, there is verification hash, no, sir?
Yeah, verification.
Can you, what is that? Why we are having verification as for advertiser? What is it doing?
Not getting the question. May you type the
Sir,
question?
okay, sir. I'll type the question.
Yeah, yeah. The feedback form has been sent. You may fill the feedback form, as well as this will be considered as your attendance also. Yes, fingerprint verification has ID has not been used over there, but fingerprint which we have been generated by using the 16 extracted attributes, that fingerprint has been used as an attribute in the machine learning algorithm.